In the previous video, in my attempt for around for these things as well, things are might slightly going to get a little bit worse for around here for some sort of a little bit of recordings around here since the beginning of this video as well. It really will be taking for a little bit too long as well. Whenever this isn't going to be for such as a little bit for one as things as well. In the last video that I just actually tried to do this as well, I probably added for the Italian language. Overall, it's not gonna be a talking car. That must be for some sort of like the interior of the sound system of the car has completely turning on, activated as well, and started to drive all the way down for it to do this as well. Because as I can see this, that was actually that I just used the Google Translated as well, even for some sort of like that says for around for the automobili, which is even for it to do this what I just going to be for saying like even when I just actually try to do whenever this is not going to be all over again as well. But now I just completely added a little bit for some times as well, and add some kinds of tiles like in the previous videos as well, and many more like for those some kind of previous videos that I just did here, or previous amount of videos that I just added around for the Ford GT and a Corvette C7R, or the race car from Hot Wheels versions like this, and probably added the RS6, the Dodge Challenger, and the Mustang right over here for some sort of, it's not a Celine Mustang over here. And there's a Mustang convertible, and added another Tesla Model S, added the Family Guys like them as well, and such as Chris Griffin onto the side as well. And right beside Cleveland Brown, and another one is Joe. And whenever that is not going to be actually trying to do this as well. But today we're going to be for just try to do that we're going to be using this language as of the Italian languages over here for some sort of like this. In the previous video that I wouldn't believe this isn't actually that I just going to be for spending a little bit of time as well. So the project was loading as well for just trying to do this. The project was exporting it around here. And then we're going to be finding a way for some sort of like these. Many new cookies have just already popped out for just a little bit for some times as well. Even for the summer and April Fools as well. And we're going to be find out. And for some user comics as well. Even that we already did for around here for somewhere as well. Probably that I just actually did here in the previous video. But nothing except one, but I just probably added for some sort of like those, some kind of egg for young as well. And a little bit more for some sort of like it is possible as well. So, what I'm just going to be trying to do is we're added for a little bit something a little bit fun as well. And I just completely forgot to close the door. Before we're going to continue this video, it was over 15 to 16 minutes about in the previous video for some sort of like this. Now here are the basic things that we're going to be to do for translation as well. Now starting with the gingerbread as well for the word, as this is going to be for, it is absolutely for started around for the gingerbread, could be for around for some sort of like this thing as well. Started when pan di zenzero. Pandi Zenzero could be for around here for to do this. And if he's absolutely going to be for using the gingerbread, and what about these? Could be for the avenue for to do this as well. Gingerbrave could be for one itself, as the gingerbread for itself for one thing as well. Even for some sort of like for the flavors itself, aren't like the cloud cookie. Even as absolutely that we're going to be finding out as well. So since I just gonna be already found out in the translations, as you're gonna be saying for cookie, a recipe for one thing could be for around here for mixed chocolate, including for some sort of chocolate chips added for sometimes as well. And this will be for named as represent, and I'm presented you for biscotto, which is actually for biscotto, could be for male. Biscotti could be for around as for females, and could be at least like these things as well. as we're going to be added flavors to this thing as well. Now let's start it with apple cookie, biscotto di mela, which is actually for some sort of like this thing as well, or some sort of strawberry cream. So strawberry could be for one here for I just completely forget about for something as well. And it says here biscotto alla fragola. Biscotto alla fragola. It could be for one thing is absolutely the name for one thing as well. And what about the cream cookie could be for around here? Biscotto alla crema. Which is actually for some sort of like grandma as well, for some sort of like this as well. If we're gonna be clotted cream for itself, that won't be necessary as well. Sometimes will be added for some kind of a little bit for those things as well. I'm pretty disappointed that I just going to be reinstalled for the Bandicam like those things as well. I did not believe it. If I just started recorded after that I shut down my computer, I might gonna be able to be retesting for just right now. I'll be reattempting to do this as well. But first try isn't probably successful for to do this as well. And it contained for a lack of like any about of those things would be occur. And things might not going to be doing so well in about for this around for over 3 minutes of itself. So thankfully let's get back right into this video as well. You might gonna be doing like all to do this for its same time as well. Like whenever the flavors that you want, the translations could be for even more insanely or insanely like this, or try to make you brain rot for some kind of like this. But other kinds of translations like the foods and unlike those things as well. Something like fruits, vegetables, and meats could be translated that you can do whenever you want. So anyways, let's get back into this video. And before that one might able to be overshotted for 15 minutes over it. We then use lemon soda sprites like these. And it is not going to be to do this as well. To start even playing like crazy. And even for some sort of weird for to do this, they just wanted to play tag for them as well, for to do this as well. And because here is the example for to do this, we're going to be copy and paste for something even ridiculous and translate it into the Italian language for some kind of players as well. And the first thing is for the one panel that she says, you guys want to play for it? And which is possibly that I'm just going to be cut it out as well before I just gonna be pasting it later as well. So am I gonna be removed for this thing as well, and we're translated to do this as well. And it says here, voi ragazzi volete giocarsela. Giocarsela. That was going to be for the amazing thing as well. And she says for around for to do this as well, for like even for to do this is going one thing as well. And I'm probably not sure that I'm unable to be speaking Italian languages, that I won't be able to be possibly that I just going to be giving it a go for around here for to do this as well. Another one that the boy says, yes me, I'll give it a go, which means silo CEO, see, io si provo. This is absolutely gonna be that he says, and that won't be necessary as well. And this is actually going to be he says around here. And another one for the bunny for around here itself that they just went at it as well. And she says, I won't give up on my joy to do this. And probably she said, let's get another one and paste for around here, and she says, non rinocero alla mia gioia di fare questo. Oh my gosh, that was absolutely going to be for sounds fun for just over here that she says around here in the last clip as well. Let's just paste around here for somewhere. So it's not going to be over here as where to do this as well. I'm not very sure this isn't going to be for around here for to do. What I just say for around here for to do this is gonna be going for here as well. She says, "Non vinocero alla mia gioia di fare questo." And another one should be for one thing for some sort of like this. You better try to cut from those things for some kind of a little bit amount of words, translate to Italian language, and paste them back into this as well. And she says, "Sembra diverente" or "Sembra divertente. I'm probably sure this isn't gonna be going to be saying this. If I'm gonna be pasting here for some sort of like this is absolutely for just like this thing as well for some sort of like this. Even they started to play tag on Italian language. That wasn't going to be a masterpiece at all. It won't be necessary, but I shouldn't be able to be for trying to do this as well. But I just absolutely for one thing to say, there must be two cookies have just featured around here in this comic creator, but sometimes that some kind of comic creator might take down for a little bit of while, and so that is absolutely stays in its place as well. But I cannot believe that we just already seen for this that we're still able to be giving them a go for around here. Nothing that you don't know why this isn't gonna be for almost for one strategy as well. Added multiple of language as well, and things have just absolutely started absolutely having fun for around here. Instead of their parents could be for around for one things. Their parents, this isn't gonna be probably existed around here for some sort of OCs overall, and for onto another one for even as possible, and that is already that I just going to be saying for around for this thing as well. So we already checked around for here in a few months ago, and nothing for just like the last year that I just already seen for just a little bit for one as well. There were only for a few different of comics, and that wouldn't be able to be quite for just a little bit exist. And featured Royal Mike. I wouldn't believe that isn't gonna be actually for only one. There's still only one comic left, or some kind of comic post left. So somebody is just absolutely going to be link a description for around here. If you find something is about for some kind of videos as well, or some kind of supercar takeover, and that was probably to do this and mark the end of this video. Of course, this is actually for some sort of the example has been completed, and the part 2 is officially over for just like I just probably think. If you're gonna be trying to find somewhere else to translate into the Italian language, so type and search Google Translate, and to do this, what I just probably wanted to do as well that you're gonna be learning about here, as of the Italian reference isn't going to be for such real. And one thing is absolutely going to be to do this is in their languages, could be even possible for to do this as changing languages into these things could make be inspirations about to do this as well. But confusions made me too far whatsoever for just try to do this. If you'll let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching and for all your support, and don't forget the link is going to be in the description below. I'll be signing off, and I'll talk to you mini lads and comic studio users all later, and especially for comic studio users all later for pretty much. I'll be seeing you in another video for just right there next time.